Hello, it's Sheila from the libraries and I'd like to make something with you, and today we are going to be making a paper plate vegetable garden. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a garden at all, you can always make this and you can have your own little vegetable patch. So the first thing that we're going to be needing is a paper plate. So just a paper plate like this, and we're going to be using the whole of the plate. And you're also going to be needing some paint, so some brown for the earth, and then we want the rest to be blue, so the blue for the sky. So I've got some nice blue there. Don't worry if you don't have paints. As usual, you can just use crayons, pencils, felt tip pens, whatever you've got. So you just basically take a line along the middle and you're painting 1/2 brown. So I've got one here that I've done already. So this is our earth here, and this is the sky up here. So obviously you're going to need to wait a little bit of time for that to dry, which I've done. So I've got that one there ready to go. Next thing we need to do is we need to make some rather fabulous looking vegetables. So I've got some vegetables here that I'm going to plant in my imaginary garden. So I've got a carrot, I've got a beetroot, and I've got an onion as well. So these are going to go into my garden. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make up our vegetables, and I've drawn those out on just, look at this, a cereal box recycled. I always turn cereal boxes inside out because it's a great use of cardboard. They've got really good strong cardboard on the outside of cereal boxes, so always keep it. So obviously this is my beetroot, my carrot and my onion, and all you're going to do is you're just going to cut those out. So I will just cut out my onion. Going to put those down just now. So there's my onion shape there. And the other thing you can do with this is you can actually, it's a nice activity perhaps to go to the shops and actually have a look at the different vegetables that you can see in the fruit and veg aisle, and you can get your child to decide what they want to grow in their own vegetable patch themselves. It's also a good way of introducing new vegetables as well into your diet, to try out different things that you might like the look of. Because we're all, I think, if you're anything like me, a bit guilty of maybe just eating the same thing kind of over and over. So it's really nice perhaps to try, have a look at something and maybe to try it out. So here's our onion. And then all I did was I got some coloured paper, some craft paper, and I just covered whatever shape it was. So I've got a nice kind of light browny colour, so I thought this looked a bit like onion skin, this colour. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue on that and glue it onto the piece of paper, and then I can cut round it. Now you don't need to do that. What you can do if you want is you can just decorate yourself either with some paints, coloured pencils, anything at all. So I've just glued that on my shape, and I'm going to cut this out. And then that's going to become one of my vegetables for my vegetable garden. So we just go all the way around, and we're going to add in a little bit of green for the top as well. So here we go. So at the moment it's going to look like that, and then I would just add in a little, cut out a little bit of green for the stem as well. So that's my onion. So you do that for all your vegetables. The beetroot is that kind of deep red colour, and orange carrot obviously. So we've got our veggies there, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to stick them in the soil, into the upside down, into the ground here. Now you can take it one step further if you want, and for this If you like threading wool through something, this is really good for manual dexterity and getting your kids used to doing things, fine motor skills. You can get some wool or some string, and all you do is you just take something like a hole punch, or just make little holes all the way around. So just like that. So if you can see, it started to do a hole punch. So hole punch all the way around. I'm going to do a couple on this side as well. And you can then thread your string or your wool. I've got wool, to say, from one side to the other. And that just gives it a bit more depth and a bit more texture to your craft work. And it also helps hold the vegetables in place. But don't worry if you don't have string or wool, you don't need to do this. So you just would continue all the way down until it looks like that. And then what you can do is you can then place your vegetables on the plate. So I think I'm going to put my carrot right in the very middle of my plate, and I'm going to have a beetroot at one side. I've just got a little bit, sticky stuff in the back of mine just now. So like that, and then like that, and then I'm going to have my onion on the other side, like that. So that is my paper plate vegetable garden. The other thing you can do is, if you want, you can just make an extra brown piece, another half, and you could actually just attach that on, just maybe staple it round and pop the vegetables in as well, if you want to do it that way. But I think that way works pretty well, just like that. So thanks a lot for watching, and just come up with any ideas that you want to, any vegetables that your child particularly likes, might be potatoes, whatever. You can make you make them up together and then plant them on your paper plate garden. Thanks then, see you, and happy gardening. Bye for now.